What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I normally don't cover like somebody passing on this channel. I think I've probably done it twice ever. I think Stan Lee and maybe Wreckful over the years. But this morning, OJ Simpson ascended. I assume downward. I don't know for sure, but the internet is absolutely going wild over it. They're memeing all over this, and I thought we would look back at some of that. Look, I think just like most people, the overwhelming likelihood is that OJ did what he did, okay, or what people think he did. Now, there are some interesting theories that I want to share with you that some people have enlightened me to about allegedly his son and some sort of cover up. And I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, so this morning at 76 years old, OJ Simpson moved on because of cancer, allegedly. I mean, well, that's not really allegedly. Somebody wrote on April 10th, our father, Orenthal James Simpson, passed away. The family wrote, he was surrounded by his children and grandchildren. During this time of transition, his family asked that you respect their wishes for privacy and grace. Sorry, not going to do that. The entire world had to get subjected to your trial, and it is now it's a part of pop culture lore. And you might be wondering, was there a deathbed confession? Well, I don't know. None of that came out. I'm not sure. I would think that, you know, he might try to absolve himself of that. By the way, I cover breaking news on this channel 4 to 5 times a day. If you haven't yet subscribed or followed down below, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it if you did that. It helps the channel immensely. And it's definitely hard to find these videos out there. So, you know, I grew up knowing OJ as the football player and as a famous football player, and even his role in a couple of goofball movies. But the rest of the world knew him for what happened allegedly after that day. Now, he did his time in prison, he didn't do his time. Sorry. He was basically convicted in the court of public opinion. He had to pay all of his money. He lost all of his possessions. He never went to prison for what he did, but they took everything from him in civil court. So it's not like he escaped with zero punishment. Now, 2 people are no longer on this planet, allegedly, because what he did in a rage one day. That said, one of the interesting themes, you see, the memes are already fun. A new statement out of OJ Simpson today. Boy, it got a lot hotter down here than I thought, or it's a lot hotter down here than I thought. Shout out to at mask underscore B word. You can find him. He's always in my replies for this elegant meme featuring some of the world's most interesting people. Like obviously you see Zach from Meta PCs. Looks like he owns the famous Bronco. People say I'm going to sharpen my kitchen knives in his honor. I don't know. I wasn't there. I think the evidence was overwhelmingly in support of him being guilty. At the time, I think I was too young when the trial was going. I wasn't watching the trial. I just kind of knew because everybody knew what was going on. Dankula hitting him with the, I wish Norm was here to see it.
Testimony during the final week provided some spellbinding moments. In a brilliant move during closing arguments, Simpson attorney Johnny Cochran put on the knit cap prosecutors say O.J. wore the night he committed.
Yeah, okay.
Suddenly blurted out, hey, easy with that. That's my lucky stabbing hat.
Norm Macdonald famously fired from Saturday Night Live because he relentlessly made fun of OJ, the OJ trial, and was asked, begged, demanded by his boss, because he was friends with OJ, that saying he could not make those jokes anymore. Don't care. Jokes are funny. Most people believe that OJ did it. Now, one thing I thought was interesting, I didn't know about this theory. I didn't know about this. But So I tweeted, I just saw he passed away. It sucks now. He's never going to find the real person. Check this out. Legit, though, there's a 5%. I'm not dunking on these people. I didn't even know this was a theory because I wasn't around during the trial. I admit it's a 95% chance he did do it with the DNA evidence back then. It was pretty much him or his son or like 5 other people in the entire world. I'm surprised they don't test it now to find out 100% sure to put the idea officially to bed. There are people that says here, his son, I think this is who it is, his son did it. His son owned the knife, the black gloves, and was on antipsychotic meds for doing this before, allegedly. I didn't know that. That would be really interesting. What if it really was his son and he took and he fell on his proverbial knife for to protect his son. Now, a lot of people say obviously it's just a conspiracy theory, but I did a little Googling, and there is some interesting, like, did OJ's son do it? And there's a lot. The latest theory to take flight, backed up by plenty of compelling evidence, places OJ's oldest at the scene back in June of 1994. Now, apparently, his son was born in 1970. He was just 7 years old when his father started dating Nicole Brown. This suggests that Jason was dealing with substance abuse as early as 14, puts forward medical records that show 3 recorded self-deletion attempts. By the time the event, Jason was grappling with mental health issues and a criminal record. Here's the evidence that people put forward. Jason had a criminal past. PD indicates that he was arrested 4 times prior to this event. The arrest included DUI, suspended license, but most notably, a knife attack. Secondly, Jason had also went after one girlfriend with said knife, almost taking her life, and had went after another in the years leading up to his stepmother's passing. Jason also had a diagnosed rage disorder. His private diary revealed terrible thoughts. I mean, you start looking at this kind of stuff. This says, physical evidence found at the scene. The black Navy watch cap found at the scene did not match any fibers found on OJ. The hat was also coated in dog hairs. OJ did not own a dog, but Jason did. That doesn't mean he didn't get the hat from his kid or take the kid. Photographs of found in Jason's storage locker show he wore the watch cap frequently. One image dated 3/24/94 shows him sitting with his dog while wearing an identical hat located at the scene. Uh-oh. I think I'm falling down this rabbit hole. Now, LAPD found 15 unknown fingerprints at the home where it happened. None of them matched OJ's. The police also failed to compare them to Jason's. There was also other evidence found under Nicole's fingernails that did not match OJ's. Wow, if that's true, he also had no alibi. You ugly. What's that song? So UGL. Anyway, and then OJ hired a defense team for his kid. That's pretty spicy. Now, I'm not confirming that at all, but it sure would be interesting if, he took that to the grave. That he took protecting his son who potentially did something horrible to the grave. That would be an interesting theory. That would be an interesting twist in the story. And you look, there's a lot of articles about it. If you look in the news, people mention, obviously, well, all the articles now are about, of course, his dad, but there's some stuff there. You see this, claimed OJ Simpson's son, Jason, saw Nicole. It happened, claimed his pal. I mean, this case is very interesting. I wonder if we'll ever know. I guess OJ will never know. And if he did take the fall for his kid, then he's probably right up there with Norm. If he didn't, well, then he's probably right down there with a lot of other people. It'll be interesting to see if anything ever comes out, if there was any kind of deathbed proclamations. I guess this closes the book on the OJ line, the post hello, Twitter world, OJ world, where people were memeing on him. Ripperonis. Now, if you look at the actual tweet, they sent it from this account, disabled comments. Lots of people just sharing the news, obviously from here. And in news that cuts deep today, NFL legend, so most people are just making fun of it, making fun of him. You probably did this, but you were in the Naked Gun movie, so it's okay. The juice is no longer loose. Oof. Yeah, most people are probably looking. Most people are memeing on it. But hey, there's some chance. Ripperonis, OJ, if you did what they said you did, then, good riddance. If you didn't, in the small outside chance that you didn't, then you are a true king among men. I hope you were informed by this video. If you were, please do leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.